taught me how to play something off the Beatles' White Album, and I thought I knew everything I needed to know.
You know, that's one great thing about, I think, all of us. We grew up exposed to so much music, so many great artists, and I'm kind of like you guys. I never was a big Beatles fan. I'm more into the soul music.
The soul guy, yeah, we know.
But that's cool. And this is Mr. Arnie Weiner, and Arnie is a retired school administrator from the Los Angeles, California school system. And he relocated here. How long you been here?
8 years.
8 years. So
Time's adding up.
We got to be friends when he started coming in the store, and we've stayed good friends. We don't get to see each other as often, but so Arnie, how long were you playing music when you were out there?
I actually learned to play the guitar a little bit when I was in high school, and did 50s music.
They had electricity.
They did. But when I went into the service, I spent some time in Alaska and met some folk singers, and they it just caught me, and so I've stayed with it. Then after I got out of the service, I had to start my career and earn money, so I did go into education, as you've noted, and that was my focus. So I had a little break in my guitar playing, about 45 years, and then I picked it up when I moved here to be with my daughter and grandchildren, and didn't start writing. I always wanted to write a great protest song, because I was a Dylan fan and of that era. And I have finally written lots of protest songs. I'll give you a couple of them.
All right, well, thanks, guys. Give them a hand. They're going to kind of go around the room here. I appreciate you guys coming out tonight. Thank you.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you for having us, Gordy.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Okay, well, let me just say, when you meet singer-songwriters, I think it's always a very interesting situation, because if you really listen to the messages and the feelings of the song and the words and the stories that we share, you get to know us. And my first song tonight is called The Clouds of Tomorrow. It was inspired by my granddaughter, because when she started school and she was in the first grade, she said, "Gee, I'm really worried about second grade." And at the end of second grade, she said, "I'm really worried about third grade." And then she was worried about fourth grade, that, you know, it's going to be too hard. And today, she came home today and told us that in the 5th grade now, she did get her report card. She did get 1 B. All the others, of course, were A's. So she's doing quite well. But, you know, I also heard over the years people who were worried about, you know, will my marriage last? Will I be a good parent? Will I be able to get through college? Will I have a good career? So this song, in a very backwards way, says, don't worry about the future. Like smoke of a fire we cannot see, the shapes that tomorrow will bring, days filled with sun or showers of rain. What will the weather be? What will the weather be? We're going someplace we know not where. The future's uncertain. Oh, why do we care? Why do we worry? How do we prepare to live what tomorrow will bring? To live what tomorrow will bring. We know not what the future will bring. Success or love or fame, sadness, smile, or a brand new life. We know it won't be the same. How can we see through the clouds of tomorrow, where the unknown will be? Will they be happy? Will they be sad? Will we scream or sing? Will we scream or sing? We know not what the future will bring. Success or love or fame, sadness, smile, or a brand new love. We know it won't be the same. Like the fog or a cloud of dust, the road is very unclear. Health or wealth, uncertain at best. I guess we'll just wait and see. I guess we'll just wait and see. We know not what the future will bring. Success or love or fame, sadness, smile, or a brand new life. We know it won't be the same. We know it won't be the same. Thank you. So,
All right,
Dan.
yeah. Well, Arnie says that if you listen to songwriters, they pretty much just spill their guts in their songs. Anyway, this one here is I wrote is about my wife not wanting to go motorcycle riding with me one day. It's called Fly Free. Oh, take my hand, my love. Climb on my bike and we'll ride. Just you and me. We'll take nothing else. We'll leave it all behind. We'll feel the wind in our hair. We'll ride down shady lanes. We'll smell the honeysuckles blooming. Take walks in the rain. And when the sun goes down, we'll camp out on the ground, lie on our backs and count stars. We might even see Jupiter or Mars. Well, I know I might be a dreamer, but oh, how my heart aches for the love of one who just climb on, rely, faith and trust. And like the moon caught in a tree on a night in a summer sky, my heart longs to fly free with someone who loves me. Someone who loves me. So take my hand, my love. I'm on my bike and we'll ride. Just you and me. We'll take nothing else. We'll leave it all behind. We'll feel the wind in our hair, and we'll ride down shady lanes. take walks in the rain. Well, I know I might be a dreamer, but oh, how my heart aches for the love of one who would just climb on without faith and trust. Oh, 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 my heart longs to fly free. My heart longs to fly free. My heart longs to fly free with someone who loves me, really loves me. Oh, thank you.
I'm Mark Payne. I want to welcome a couple of late arrivals, my daughter Cody, my grandson Judah. They wanted to throw in a little plug for Owensboro Music Center. All those strings back there, if you buy strings at this place, you not only support the people who have been behind supporting Owensboro music for forever, for 45 years, right?
That's right.
But also the place where I work, Kentron, where we make those darn strings, and you support me because they pay me.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that the majority of the strings are, the wires actually, what do you want to call it? Pulled or
Right.
sized here.
Drawn.
Drawn.
Yeah.
Ron, yeah. Yeah. And
As a matter of fact, Ryan's uncle is the manager.
I absolutely know that. Worked with him today.
See, they started out making wires for grids and stuff for GE.
Yeah.
And then they...
Which brings it back to me.
Yeah, I know it's right. Yeah.
Before you start, Mark, what about, you think maybe we'll set the mood a little bit? Turn some of the lights down?
Yeah.
All right.
Ryan suggested that, but he didn't want to do it in the middle of the song. Mark, are you,
With the three of us, we have pretty diverse, different styles. We're not going to get the same thing.
that's good.
Yeah.
Unplug the radio. It's all the sad songs. Just made me think about me and you, me and you. Seems to me that I've done you right and you done me wrong. What's the difference now we're through? I tried to drink you off my memory, but I just can't get the night. Red, red wine just makes me blue. I wish I had a bottle to want me by, and I'd pour it all over you. Out to Hollywood to get you off my mind. Find some excitement, that's a thing to do, thing to do. I was standing there on the Sunset Strip, wishing I was blind. 'Cause everywhere I looked, I just saw you. Well, I guess that I could travel to Nepal and ride a yak. You'd see me scaling every stone in the news. But I'd rather have a bottle of want me by, and I'd put all over you. I had a wishing star with just one wish to give, if I knew that one wish would come true, so true, and if I had just one day that I could relive, know I'd wish for one day you. And on midnight of that one day, I'd spring a little trap. I'd hold you till the midnight hour was through. And I'd open up a bottle of 1 million vows. You know what I'd do, I'd put all over you. Put all over you.
I promise you a protest song. I obviously am not very happy with the way our political environment is these days. And I'm wondering, how can we get back on course? Like candles on a cake, I've run out of space to list all the problems we now face. It's a mixed up land, not the one we had planned. Now we live in a different place. Where do we go? What should we do? How do we get back on course? Where do we go? What should we do? How do we get back on course? We cling to the last, we haven't moved past the errors we made on the way. Instead of learning what to do, we no longer know what is true. Where do we go? What should we do? How do we get back on course? Where do we go? What should we do? How do we get back on course? We once were the star that shined in the sky, but greed and hate took the lead. We failed in efforts, the truth to know the way our great land should grow. Where do we go? What should we do? How do we get back on course? Where do we go? What should we do? How do we get back on course? Religion has failed to shine the light, leading the way it should be. Greed has emerged, and now there is dust. Our light no longer shines bright. Where do we go? What should we do? How do we get back on course? Where do we go? What should we do? How do we get back on course? Do not people see the light in the sky? Our land has changed in its ways. Open your heart, open your mind, respect to all of mankind. Where do we go? What should we do? How do we get back on course? Where do we go? What should we do? How do we get back on course? Thank you.
Well, you know, I worked for 13 years for National Cash Register around here in Owensboro. working at Wessel Supermarket on their cash registers, Owensboro National Bank, all the tellers' machines, and all over the place. And then after that, I started working for General Electric Company down here on 9th Street in the microwave department. And I managed to get my engineering degree while I was working, and then wound up as an engineer on microwave products, developing antennas and that sort of thing. But all the time I was doing all that, you know, the time was passing by, and I just didn't think about it. But one day it was time to retire, and I retired, and then I looked back on my life and thought, what in the world happened? And so I wrote this song. It's called Live Before I Die. All my life I have tried to do those things they said was right. I worked my job and I paid my bills. I saved my money, seek no thrills. But my heart went numb, just like a machine. No time to feel, no time to dream. We live our lives in a trance. We wake to find we've lost the chance to do those things we could have done, to do those things while we were young. Which is real, which a fantasy? When I feel, oh, it's real to me. Oh, I wanna live before I die, see mountains and the blue skies, starlight twinkle in your eye. I wanna live before I die. Oh, stay a little longer in this dreamy place. I feel alive when I see your face. It's our escape from the rat race in this dreamy place. I come to life in this fantasy when I feel, oh, it's real to me. Oh, I wanna live before I die, see mountains and the blue skies, starlight work in your eye. I wanna live before I die. Oh, I want to live. I want to live before I die. I want to live. I want to live before I die. Thank you.
Great hook.
This song I consulted with my cohorts up here about whether or not it was family friendly. So blame it on them, okay?
It's not that bad. It's nothing really.
It's called a cold day in hell.
He's already said it. He's already said it for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I've had the good fortune to have Heath and Molly Eric record 5 of my songs now, and this is one of them.
Well, it's raining in New York City. My Kentucky farm is dry. The weather's all mixed up, just like a wall. I can't tell you why. When my woman left me, she said she'd be wandering till the weather was just right. She'd come back again. She might come back tomorrow. You never can tell. It might be a cold day in hell. On a cold day in hell, she'll come back to me. That's what she said, and it's what I believe. I was a resident of heaven, like an angel that fell. I'm waiting for a cold day in hell. Well, it's snowing out in the desert, right here it's hardest to breathe. Weatherman on Channel 9 has gone crazy. Well, I heard about the global warming, but I'm all for it, you see. If the poles can melt, hell can freeze. She'll come back to me. And I know that some winters it's cold down Florida way. Freezes all the oranges, drives up the price we pay. But the weather in a woman's mind both sure to change. So maybe waiting on a woman ain't so very strange. She might show up at my door. She might say all is well. That it might be a cold day in hell. On a cold day in hell, my doorbell would chime. Just a knock would knock me out, and I'm waiting for time. Still fighting and hoping to be saved by the bell. 'Cause it might be a cold day in hell. Yeah, it might be a cold day in hell.
I always want to say that this next song was what happened just a couple of years ago, but now I realize it's going to be like close to 5. Dan and I were co-hosting a open mic at the Creme Coffee Shop downtown, and Marque was there with us one night, and in walks this homeless gentleman, and really raggedy, and he had this beat up old guitar on the back of, carrying it over his shoulder, and a straw hat, and they let him stay in there, and he actually got up and started to do some songs, and he was exceptionally good. We were really shocked. We know he was homeless because Marque actually ended up taking him to the homeless shelter.
Bowlds Center, I believe it was, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, but it inspired us because we can't even remember his name now, so I just call him Joe. And he's the one who inspired this song. This guy wasn't in town for, what, 2 weeks maybe?
Maybe. Not that long.
It wasn't very long. Anyway, this is Guitar Joe. Guitar Joe wandered into this old town, nothing in his hands except an old guitar, tattered clothes and homeless, a hat upon his head. Everyone who saw him had thoughts best left unsaid. Avoided and stared at, no one seemed to care where he would be sleeping in the night of cold air. He sat upon the sidewalk, hat upon the ground, started playing music for everyone around. His fingers started slowly, but then they seemed to fly. His voice started softly, but then boomed in the sky. The lyrics told a story of a very young boy. All of us were watching as tears began to flow. Guitar Joe, play us a song. Let your voice ring out loud and strong. Let your fingers roam those old strings. Let us hear you play. Let us hear you sing. His hat became filled with single-dollar bills. People in the street waiting to hear his shrill. The people listened closely as he sang his song. A troubadour of stories, he shared his life around. Guitar Joe, play us a song. Let your voice ring out loud and strong. Let your fingers roam those old strings. Let us hear you play. Let us hear you sing. Without one word, one day he left our town. Didn't know if it was west or eastward bound. All we knew was that we'd miss this old man. Guitar Joe is off to another land. Guitar Joe, play us a song. Let your voice ring out loud and strong. Let your fingers roam those old strings. Let us hear you play. Let us hear you sing. Thank you.
You know, I grew up in the 50s. I listened to Hank Williams Sr. and all that old stuff on an old tube radio. That's all we had. We didn't really have a TV until I was about the mid-50s. And I used to love to hear singing Elijah. You know, I'd get up on the couch and jump up and down every time that came on the radio. But my granddad and my dad actually, when they were young folks, they didn't really have much tractors. They had old steam engines that they'd use, and a lot of times they would till their tobacco patch and little gardens they had with a horse and or a mule and a plow. And, you know, these plows, you go down one side of the road and the other, and you got to hold that plow in line, because if you hit a rock or something, it'll throw it right over into your corn and plow it all up. And so they had to steer the horse with their neck and reins, and then they'd hold on to that plow and guide it down. And it was a lot of work. I wrote this song about Grandpa's plow. Oh, my grandfather's corn grew in a 3-acre field. It was feed for the hogs and the cow. And he'd till the rows one at a time behind his mule and plow. He said, son, you gotta hold that plow straight. You gotta hold that plow in line. Well, it's work enough to keep it true. Let the mule pull it through. And as the sun sank low in the west, and his shadow stretched out on the ground, well, he'd stop and rest. He'd take a deep breath and say, this plow done wore me down. He's been a walking behind his plow. He's held steady up until now, but his strength's beginning to fade. As he wiped the sweat from his brow, well, he's feeling a little weak right now, 'cause his strength and his fire is gone. He's going home. Now the coal miners came, they stripped the land, and Grandpa's corn was no more. But I first seen him cry when my grandma died. Well, he never was the same anymore. He said, son, she kept my life straight. She helped me hold the line. She said, it's work enough to keep yourself true. Let the Lord put it through. And when they laid Grandma in the ground, well, he's feeling pretty weak right now, 'cause his strength and his fire is gone. She's going home. She's going home. Now my grandpa's fire had all gone out, and his strength just faded away. And they placed him in a nursing home until his dying day. He said, son, I've lived my life straight, and I've tried to hold the line. Now my work is through, nothing left to do, so I'll hand it all down to you. He's been a walking behind his plow, and he's steady up until now, but his strength is beginning to fade. As they wiped his face with a towel, he's feeling mighty weak right now, for his strength and his fire is gone. He's going home.
Welcome a few more latecomers here. Welcome to Molly and Ian. My sister Julie's back here, and my brother-in-law David. And as might be appropriate for us, I'm going to write a song. I wrote it already.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a song about getting old.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
It's called,
object.
What's that?
Yeah.
It's called There Goes Another Day.
There goes another day tonight, countdown moving on. You did something wrong, you did something right, too late, now it's gone. Someday gonna make my life something to be proud. Have to wait for some other time, I got stuff to do right now. There goes a day, a week, a month, a year, a decade gone. We all know just how it ends, but we get there on the run. Ain't it time we lived our dreams, my friend? Time to find a way, 'cause old man time's next victim, just another night today. There goes another night today, I wish I knew what for. To make a home, my hopes and dreams, and we could come out the door. Busy here, busy there, then just way too beat. Crash and burn come nighttime, daytime stagger to your feet. Hey, stay in the lines, play it safe, vanilla turns to gray. Like to shake it up and brush these cobwebs away. The clay ball, they say, don't strike out, don't go against the tide. Wish I could just take a chance, give that ball a ride. There goes another day tonight, countdown moving on. You did something wrong, you did something right, too late, now it's gone. Someday gonna make my life something to be proud, but it can't wait for some other time, gonna have to be right now. I wanna feel each day dawn and live till it's gone.
I met Dave when I was 8 years old. That doesn't seem to be unusual in Owensboro, but it is in Los Angeles. And for the next more than 60 years, he was my BFF. My granddaughter tells me that is computer talk, but best friends forever. I hope she's telling me the truth and I'm not cursing at you all. Unfortunately, Dave passed away a few years ago, and it's very hard to say goodbye to someone that you have been best friends with for way more than over 60 years. If you're sensitive, get out your Kleenex. I don't do this song very much, and I don't look at people when I do it. How do you say goodbye to a friend? One who's been with you around every bend, through thick and thin. We've shared our lives over those many years. Oh, you go to the memories, times in our youth. Go to the days spent together. Go to the time spent riding our bikes and playing outside in the rain. to the memories, times in our teens, when we wore nothing but jeans. We ran and swam as fast as we could, searching for what we should. How do you say goodbye to a friend, one who's been with you around every bend? Through thick and thin, we've shared our lives over those many years. Oh, you go to the memories when young adults, finding our mates for life, sharing our love with families of our own, and a slice of American pie. Go to the memories, times of midlife,